All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, the 28th of April, and we are quickly wrapping this course up. As you know, the EOC is coming up next week. I created a bit of confusion a couple of days ago with my announcement on over on Canvas about when the EOC is for you guys for my fifth period class. I think I mentioned on there that it was Wednesday the 4th. Well, the 4th is Tuesday, so I want to clear up any confusion that I created, okay? Let me pull that email up specifically so I can tell you exactly when that is. Okay, so next week on Wednesday, your EOC is on Wednesday. Now that is a goal day. Typically you would have 2, 4, and 6, periods 2, 4, and 6 on a goal day, which will be next Wednesday. However, even though you have U.S. History 5th period on Green Day, your EOC for U.S. History for this class is going to be next Wednesday, the 5th, okay? Here on campus in the Media Center at 7:30 a.m. Let me pull up the message here just so that I make sure I give you 100% accurate information, okay? Again, the time for your EOC here on campus for U.S. History is next Wednesday, the 5th of May, at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, okay? The EOC for U.S. History is fairly short. You have until 9:15 is the period. That's basically the first period of the day in our block scheduling. That's the scheduled EOC time. However, if you find that you need more time beyond 9:15, you will certainly be given additional time to complete it. I don't imagine that there will be many of you, if any of you, that will need extra time. I don't get to see the EOC. I don't know what specific questions are on the EOC. However, I do think I recall that there's something in the neighborhood of 60 to 70 questions. So as you can see, for the time given, you should have more than enough time to go over each question carefully and answer each question well within the class period next Wednesday, okay? 7:30 a.m., do not be late, okay? A couple of important notes, okay? This is really important. Maybe want to jot down some of these notes as I go through them. Rewind, pause, do what you need to do, but these are important notes for you to fully understand about your EOC that's coming up next Wednesday, okay? The EOC is given as a computerized test. You will need to bring with you your school-issued Chromebook, okay? That is the only device that you can take the EOC on. You can't take it on a personal computer. You can't take it on a phone or an iPad or any other kind of tablet. So make sure you bring your school-issued Chromebook with you to the Media Center next Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. I will not be in there. Miss Anderson, the media specialist and testing coordinator, she will be administering the test. I believe Miss Kirk will also be in there helping her out. But make sure you bring that Chromebook with you. What else? The other thing is this. If by chance you are unable to make it next Wednesday, you have some kind of trip planned or something that you cannot get out of, that you will not be able to be here next Wednesday, make sure you reach out to Miss Anderson right away, okay? Email her today. Email her certainly before the end of the week, letting her know so that she can start to arrange a makeup time for you for that EOC. The EOC is, of course, a required part of this course in order for you to successfully complete it. There will be no final exam in this class, okay? So when exam week rolls around up here in about just over a month, we will not have an exam for this class. This will serve as kind of the final exam, state issued test. The other thing is I've had a few questions, as I do every year, about whether I'm going to be giving some type of review for the EOC, or if we're going to have some type of test review assignment. The answer is no. Never have done a test review for it. I do give you a few pieces of advice, okay? Number one is be there on time and well rested, okay? The other thing is, the most important thing, and it seems really simple and obvious, is they're all multiple choice questions. Read the question carefully. Read every one of the 4 possible choices for answers, and then choose the one that you think is the best answer. Sounds really obvious, but so many people will read the question, begin reading the answer choices, decide that answer B sounds really good, and then not continue to read C and D, okay? So that's true about every multiple choice test that you've ever taken and ever will take in the rest of your education. Read all of the 4 choices. Most of the questions are fairly generalized. There are a lot of DBQ type questions. Those are the type of questions that may give you a short quote to read, may give you a picture to look at, a map to look at, a chart to look at, something like that to answer the question. Those should be fairly easy for you, right? Just pay close attention to it. Don't rush through them. Remember, you have a lot of time to take this test, so there's no reason for any rushing through any of the questions. In addition to the DBQ questions, like I said, most of them are fairly generalized questions, and you shouldn't have much difficulty with them. Based on history, I haven't had students that have had much difficulty in the past with the EOC, and I feel fairly confident that you'll be able to handle it relatively easily, okay? I think that's the big things. Oh, the other important thing was this. Ms. Anderson has reminded me to please remind you guys to check your school-issued email address. Some of you have never been to that email address. Some of you don't. Most of you probably don't even use that email address normally. But get to that email address. And she sent you an email. She also sent the same email to whoever your primary contact is in our system, whether it's mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whatever. And that will give you, I believe, your full schedule for testing. Now, the test date and time that I gave you, next Wednesday, the 5th, at 7:30 a.m., is probably the time for, well, certainly for most of you, maybe even all of you. However, if you are one of the students that have a specific accommodation, you may have a different testing time or location. So check that email just to kind of verify. Otherwise, if you have trouble finding that email or you want to reach out to verify it, then again, contact Ms. Anderson, send her an email, and she'll be able to confirm that for you. But if you make it here next Wednesday at 7:30 in the morning, that's the most important thing. Even if you're not supposed to be in the Media Center, we'll make sure you get to the right place. All right, I think that's it for the EOC. Remember, the number one thing, again, it seems so simple. I remind my students here in the classroom for pretty much every day for a couple of weeks up until they take the EOC. Read the question carefully, read the 4 possible choices, choose the best one, okay? And you'll do just fine. We are probably going to have our final regular textbook assignment today. It's posted over in modules. It's the same reading as the Vietnam assignment that I gave you a couple of days ago. It is on the women's movement of the 60s and 70s. There's about 8 questions in there. You know the drill. Get in there, get those done, get them turned in on time. There are still a number of zeros in the grade book for assignments that have not been turned in by some of you. Get those assignments turned in. Partial credit is better than no credit, okay? And for some of you, it'll be the difference between passing and failing. The other thing you may see a 0 in the grade book for is a quiz. If you have a 0 in the grade book for a quiz because you did not take it yet, it is now closed in Canvas. However, contact me, let me know, send me a message through the Google number there on the home page, or an email to my school email address. about when you want to take it, and I will open it up for you manually so that you can take that quiz and get that cleared up. And the quizzes will be for full credit, okay? So you will definitely want to make sure you get those done. Use the time. We have a lot of time after the EOC. We have a full month of school after the EOC, and we are putting our heads together here in the history department. We don't typically take our test this early. We're missing out a whole month of instruction. That's true for U.S. history. That's true for most of the AP courses here. If you're in an AP course like human geography, you know that. That's a lot of instructional time that we're kind of missing out on, but we're going to figure out something for that last month, and I'll be getting in touch with you guys again next week here through video to kind of lay out the plan for the rest of the school year. I will not be in school on Friday. I'm out of town. I will leave something for you on Canvas. Check it. However, next week, next Tuesdays are after Friday. Next Tuesdays are regular class time. We will be taking EOCs here on campus for brick and mortar students. So I will probably not be posting an assignment, any type of assignment on Canvas next week. I will post an announcement and probably put in an attendance question. So make sure you at least check it, but you won't find any work to do next Tuesday. Really, all you'll have to worry about next week is getting here for that EOC and taking the end of course exam. Okay, I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I won't talk to you again, like I said, until next week. Good luck on the EOC. I know you're going to do great. If you have any problems, any issues with the EOC specifically, reach out to me, or Ms. Anderson will probably be the best person to answer those questions. But remember, if you're going to reach out to me, use the Google Voice number, send a text to it. It's on the homepage in Canvas, or my school email. If you're sending messages through Canvas, you haven't heard back from me because I don't get those messages, okay? So use one of those two methods. Again, have a great weekend. Good luck next week. We'll talk to you soon.